To be fair, right, if I got trapped inside a video game and I just happened to be Karen Gillan, I'd be proper loving life, me, like.
Les Miserables one. Ding.
Alright, lads and lasses, it's me, the really good guy. It's time to strap on your finest explorer gear, don your safari hats. Ow. Don your safari hats and fasten your seatbelts, because today we are headed into the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle!
That's right, today we're gonna do a really good review of Jumanji 2. But before we jump into this, lads, I do have a little bit of housekeeping to do. If you're new around here and you're not already part of the family, I do need to ask you to smash that subscribe button down below and turn on the notifications so you can join the really good gang, because I'm telling you, we've got a proper crazy year coming up, like. You're not going to want to miss it. Also, I should probably preface this review by saying that I haven't seen the original Jumanji movie with Robin Williams in it, nor have I read the book that I believe they were both based on, so I cannot really talk with regard to how this new film treats the source material. I cannot really speak on that. All I can say is how I felt about the movie going into it. Fresh face as like a newcomer to the franchise. But with all that being said, guys, let's jump into the review. So basically the film revolves around these 4 high school kids who wouldn't usually hang out together, but they're forced into an unlikely friendship when they end up together in detention. Anyone knows it's like John Hughes did, eh lads? In the most peculiar detention ever, the kids are set about this task of like pulling staples out of magazines or something like banal like that. And instead, while they're in this storage room, they stumble across what seems to be like an old Atari, but is actually the mystical video game Jumanji. For some bizarre reason, these 4 kids decide to come together. There just happens to be a TV in the corner of the room, so they plug it in and they boot it up and they all decide to play together. Because apparently nothing unites kids more than the idea of avoiding responsibilities by playing video games. Of course, they then get sucked inside of the game where they fall privy to the evil curse that has befallen the realm of Jumanji. I should have worn a tinfoil hat, not this man. The only way out of the game is to win the game, and if you die too many times in the game, you also die in real life, which some might argue is a pretty fitting social commentary on the current state of VR headsets. Them things are proper sketchy as out them, like. Of course, the film's main selling point is that inside the game, the characters then adopt the persona of their in-game avatars, and so they literally become these new characters. The shy nerd guy becomes the absolute behemoth of a man that is Dwayne The Rock Johnson. The usually popular and athletic guy becomes the rather diminutive, fast-talking but also hilarious Kevin Hart. The usually shy but also kind of outspoken about how corrupt the system is and nerdy girl becomes the badass action chick Karen Gillan. And of course, the self-absorbed beauty queen Instagram model becomes Jack Black. Genuinely, Jack Black plays the role of a teenage girl, which is something that only Jack Black could do, pull it off in the way that he does it. Like, honestly, he's phenomenal. So together, the intrepid young group of explorers set out on a Wizard of Oz style adventure, on a quest of personal development to find that one unique element that they're missing of humility or confidence, so that they can work together and gel together as a team and become more well-rounded people. Along the way, they encounter that one guy from Flight of the Conchords, a young kid who's kind of reminiscent of Aladdin, Nick Jonas, and a villain that's literally so forgettable I cannot remember his name, and I only just watched the film this morning. One of the great things about this film is that everything's packaged within the pretense of a video game, which provides for some great quality comedy moments, like the one where the scene just suddenly changes to a completely different area with a completely different set of characters, and you can just hear The Rock saying, "Oh yeah man, this must be a cutscene because we're in a video game, like, you know?" Except probably not in a Geordie accent, because The Rock just doesn't sound like that, does he? And there are a whole bunch of other tropes thrown in there, such as the peripheral characters being referred to as NPCs, and they just kind of reiterate the same few lines of dialogue over and over again, and the inexplicability of the backpack that can just somehow hold absolutely anything and everything that you need at any given moment. It's definitely arguable that some of these nuances would be better appreciated by people who understand and appreciate video games, but at the same time the jokes are pretty easily understandable and I think could be fun for all. And that for me is the sentiment that truly encapsulates what this movie is about. It's just really fun, which is actually quite fitting considering it's literally set inside of a video game. The main cast are all absolutely brilliant, again coming back to Jack Black, who literally has to portray a teenage girl. Man, I cannot live without me phone. How am I going to update me Instagram? I cannot live without letting me followers know what they think about this adventure, man. I'm lost in the jungle. Man, what am I going to do? But like, as Jack Black, which just makes it even funnier. And it's just generally a really fun adventure with a whole load of memorable moments and even a lot of heart where it counts. Some parts of the latter half of the movie are really quite touching and you know, it speaks to you in here. Overall, this is just one of those movies that makes you feel good, and I think it's going to be a good fun adventure for the whole family. If you get the chance to see it, I would absolutely recommend it. So in conclusion guys, I am going to give this film a really good 2 thumbs up because I did love it a whole lot. Let us know down below in the comments what you thought of this film if you've seen it and what you think I should do a really good review of next. Again, if you are new around here, please do hit that subscribe button and turn on the post notifications. There are some incredible things coming this year. It's going to be a crazy one, 2018. It's going to be big. It's going to be really good. So you definitely don't want to miss out. You definitely want to join that really good gang, become a part of the family that we're building here. It's going to be great. But anyway lads, until next time, I've been the really good guy. I hope you're having a really good day and I will see you really soon. Ta-ra!